I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. It's nice to see someone so happy to be interviewed by me for a change, rather than rolling their eyes before I start the camera.
I miss you, Oscar, man. Seriously. You haven't interviewed me for how many years now? It's always Raza or, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm happy to see you.
Well, you said last night you kind of missed the York Hall days. I think they were the days where it was me and you, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I think, Southern area times and that, so yeah. They need to upgrade you now to get you on the proper big shows and stuff, man. Do you know what I mean?
I've been here long enough. Right, we haven't got too long. A couple of your boys obviously going to be fighting soon here on this show at the Peacock. Want to jump straight into last night. What a win by Ellis, by the way. I know we had a quick little chat about it, but just kind of now it's all settled in. How many times have you watched that punch as well? What a fucking punch.
Yeah, I watched it bare times. That was a lovely... But the thing is, that's what I was telling him, like, prior as well, that overhand is there. And even when he was, getting into the rounds, he kept touching downstairs. I was thinking, that overhand's going to come, but he wasn't letting it go. But then when he did, it was a bloody spectacle of a knockout.
One thing we did see is an exchange between you and Willy Hutchinson ringside. Obviously, I know you're a fighter man, but just kind of seeing the will to just say to someone, I've got something, if you want to challenge for it, let's go. Like it was good to see.
No, of course. Remember, I'm a fighter at the end of the day. I've got how many titles? There's going to be, challenges, people trying to call me out and whatnot, but that's what I wanted. That's what I want, do you know what I mean? It makes for good fights, and even though Willy's young, he's still like a peer of mine because we kind of started at the same time. Do you know what I mean? He fought for British before I did. So yeah, if that's a fight that can happen, then I'm definitely all game. He reminds me a bit of Whittaker, but he's the Frank version. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, he put on a good show yesterday as well. And yeah, man, the more fighters there are to fight, the better. Like, what are we here for, man? Do you know what I mean? If people are interested in it, why not? If he wants to get his hands on a British title, I'm the champion, so yeah, why not, man?
Obviously, domestic fights always kind of where it's at. But last time in Paris, mate, what a win. Go over there, quick little nick of the belt. See you later from your hostile atmosphere. I'm the champion. Beat him up, see you later.
Yeah, no, for real, man. That literally what it was, just a quick, what do you call it? The French...
A mini break, innit? It's a mini break.
Exactly. It was good though, man. I actually enjoyed it. That's probably one of the best shows I've been on. The people were nice as well. Good crowd. Yeah, man, I enjoyed it.
What other fights have you been looking at kind of that are out there for you now? I know Joshua Buatsi one, we mentioned obviously because he's signed with Sky. It seems like you're in a place where there's so many different possibilities. You got titles, you're a man in demand, and you're a man who likes to fight as well, so there's probably loads of different avenues.
Do you know what I want? I was watching the Bolotniks and Govoch. Is it Govoch? Yeah, I wanted the winner of that. So yeah, I think that will be a sick fight. Govoch, how do you say it? Because I'm gonna just.
I call him Govodchik, but I could be butchering that. So
then we'll both just be wrong in it. Yeah, Govochik. I think that will be a wicked fight. I'd love to fight him. He's former WBC champion. He put on a great show against Bolotniks. I actually thought Bolotniks might beat him, because I know Bolotniks from out in Canada when we were sparring Beterbiev. He's a very good fighter. But yeah, Govochic's done his thing, and if that fight could be made, I'll definitely be on it, man.
I'm on that. That's violence. That's violence.
I'd love to know what the public would think, because you might get people, you'd get smashed. You're not in his class,
But when there's a fighter who's been at world level, a lot of the time people will just go, you're stepping up to something that you ain't at. But at some point, you've got to be the one to take the step. Like at some point, Gvozdyk would have taken the world level step.
Exactly that. So there's some people out there that are like, Dan's below world level or he's at world level, or I think that will be a good fight to know where I am, definitely. And I rate him. He's a sick fighter.
What did you make of JB's performance in Birmingham?
Yeah, it was a good performance overall, but I think obviously the whole build up, JB's back and he's moved over to Sky. People are probably expecting like a knockout performance or whatnot, but overall, technically, I think it was all right. I don't think he's happy with the fact that he didn't get the guy out, but it is what it is, man. Let him fight again and people probably forget about that. It is what it is, man. Almost a year out, it happens, man.
I just think there's so much interest in you and Buatsi, and now you see that it's a fight that could be made in terms of promotionally and broadcast-wise. I just think it's a fight that, I'd say if you was to ask the boxing public, what fight do you want to see Dan Azeez in, I think people will say Joshua Buatsi.
Oh, you reckon? But he put a poll up himself and was like, who do you want
I
to
think
see?
people want to see him fight Bivol because they've got kind of the narrative that he's turned Dimitri down.
Okay, no, but he was saying, people were saying they want to see him fight Yarde, but I don't mind. I would Yarde. That would be a wicked fight. Josh, even Craig. I think Craig is a sick fighter. I'd love to fight him as well. Who else is there? Lyndon Arthur. Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Hopefully, yeah, we can get one of these fights on, Oscar.
We need World Boxing Super Series to come back. A British version, chuck you all in.
I'm tired of even saying it, man. But hopefully, maybe if I shut my mouth about it, it will actually happen. But Oscar, listen, I got to shoot off. You know, my guys are about to fight.
Appreciate it. That was it, mate. Top man, appreciate it. Love.
Sweet brother.
Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 17, 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,